Okay, so real quick, hello everyone. My name is Reginald. This is RegiCast. I'm taking a little bit of a break here from all the other stuff that I got to do just to provide you this video. I definitely am taking a lot longer on the rejection sensitive dysphoria video than I thought I would. So be on the lookout for that next week, and then we'll just kind of get back to the normal stuff. I think one thing I do want to talk about briefly, though, is about managing emotions. This is something that I am finding to be relevant both in a business context and in an ADHD or disorder context, especially because ADHD tends to lead to emotional dysregulation due to how it affects self control, right? So for me, it's been quite a challenge. Now, I did touch upon this in one of my ADHD videos. I'll put the link up there. One thing I forgot to mention as well is that in a business scenario, I mean, it is way more necessary to deal with emotions, especially given that there's a lot of pressure. There are a lot of high stakes, especially in terms of sales, right? If you mess up or if you fly off the handle, that can cost you quite a lot of money, and it could compromise your relationship with your client or your potential client. In the past week, though, I've been trying to use emotions to help me decide on what to do, actually give them a say in the decision, so to speak, as opposed to my normal tendency of trying to stress myself out and try and do too much, only to be hijacked by my emotions anyway, right? Especially given that I tend not to be super productive when I'm not in a good emotional state. So this is something I did want to talk about. Now, part of the way to manage emotions is to manage things related to self-control, right? So two of the key ways, at least that I find the most relevant, are things such as verbal working memory, meaning you have that kind of positive inner self-talk, as well as nonverbal working memory, which is more about imagining future scenarios, how you want them to go, as well as imagining the past in terms of learning from it and things like that. So I think I'm probably rambling at this point, but I definitely, in summary, I definitely do think that emotional regulation is a hyper important skill to have. And I think the key, at least for me, that I'm learning is to acknowledge the emotions as part of the decision making process, but then don't just stop at just feeling the emotion, taking it a step further and actually asking, what is the most mature way to handle this emotion? That seems to be very key for me, and I personally prefer verbal working memory or writing or talking it out loud as the best way to identify those solutions. So that's me personally. I am definitely curious to see what you guys do in order to manage your emotions and things like that. So please feel free to leave a comment. I know there have been some people who've been trying to give me some advice, so this might be your time to shine, right? Other than that, be on the lookout for a rejection sensitive dysphoria video next week. I am definitely interested in that from an ADHD context. Be on the lookout for that, and then probably a sales video or a business related video in 2 weeks. So, keep that on your calendar. And other than that, I will see you on the next one. Take care.